So we're gonna be taking this dirty wheel today and washing it and hand polishing it and making it look like this. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Justin Hawksmith channel. I haven't made a video in like a little bit over a week, and I apologize, but we have some humongous things coming for the 6.0 here on the channel. So the rendering should be done later this week. I think it could possibly be done tonight, if not tomorrow, which will be Monday. So that video will be coming out later this week and showing the rendering of what exactly the F-250 will look like. And quit looking at my hair, okay? I understand. If you're new here on the channel, you don't understand. If you're not new here on the channel, you're thinking, what? Okay, so you all can blame this Corona cut on Maddie, my girlfriend. So I had the little mullet going until the barbershops opened back up, and we were trimming it. And let's just say I was using like a 3 and a 6 guard, and something needed trimmed in the like 6 guard area, and I gave her the trimmers with no guard because I thought that she would know to put on the 6 guard. And so she took no guard and put about a 2, sorry, anyway, I'm always getting phone calls in the middle of my videos. Anyway, she took the cutters with no guard whatsoever to a spot that was supposed to be a 6, and pretty much put a big bald spot in the back of my head. So we ended up having to trim pretty much all of the sides, leave some on top. Still got to go to the barbershop. Already made my appointment to trim this in and make it more of like a faded like mohawk. Just pretty much, we just went all the way around the sides with no guard just to make it look not as bad. And then they're gonna probably take a little bit off the top and trim it in, fade it in, make it look more like a mohawk until it grows out. It's just hair, it'll grow out. Anyway, on with the video. So we have our 26 by 16 American Force wheels here. They've got some dirt in them, rain dust, fingerprints where we took them off and on, and they're not looking very pretty. They're not looking very pretty at all. Now, don't get confused by today's video. We're not going to show you how to completely like sand these down, cut them, color them, all of that. This is going to be a maintenance wash and how to maintain your American Force, specialty forged, fuel forged, any polished wheel this will work on. So if your finish is decent, this will still help you and this will keep it decent. Depending on how long or how much you drive it and the weather that you drive it in, it'll keep it decent for a good while. So pretty much all you're going to need in today's video, and you don't have to use these exact products, these are nothing special. You want to use some sort of soap. So I've got 2 different soaps here, one from Masterson Car Care, one Chemical Guys soap, and then you've got some sort of wheel cleaner, anything that's safe on aluminum wheels or painted wheels, anything that's safe on clear coated wheels. You don't want anything with acid in it. You don't want to use any sort of acid or aluminum brightener if your wheels are already in good shape. You don't need any of that. Then I've got a Chemical Guys bucket here with a wash mitt, and it has a dirt trap in the bottom. That's not necessary. I got a foam cannon and a pack of microfibers. And then here is going to be your main key point of the video. This is one of my favorite hand polishes out there. And the reason that I like this hand polish so much, it says on here somewhere. So it says it right here, show quality finish, longest lasting sealant, okay? So you've got your polish here, it gives you a good finish, and the reason that I like this polish so much versus White Diamond or the Zephyr polishes like the Pro 25 or Pro 40, anything like that, is because this polish has a sealant made into it. So just like ceramic coat or wax on a painted surface, it's the same thing with aluminum wheels. You want there to be some sort of sealant or protective layer on there that enhances shine, gloss, whatever, and also promotes water beading action or dissipates or let stuff, anti-friction, anything like that, any kind of sealant that goes onto the surface and creates a layer between the aluminum and the elements, you know, the weather, rain, dust, all of that. And that's gonna help keep your finish cleaner longer, and it's gonna bead water. So just like a ceramic or a wax, that Renegade polish has a sealant in it, and it's going to bead off water, help road elements and road grime not stick to the wheel, stain the wheel, pretty much creating like a clear surface barrier between the elements and the aluminum on the wheel. So first step is going to be to wash your wheel. Use some soap in there. Soap the wheel down really, really good. Use extra soap on aluminum wheels. They're so soft and so easy to scratch. So you always want to wash them with the grain, and you want to polish with the grain of the wheel. And we'll go over that a little bit more in depth, but pretty much whenever you're washing these wheels, you want to stay with the dish. So go all the way around, circle the wheel just like this with your wash mitt. Okay, so as far as the barrel of the wheel, pretty much this whole section right through here, all the way around your dish of the wheel, you want to stay washing like this. Don't ever do like this, and whenever you're polishing, of course, don't polish this way. You want to stay washing the wheel and hand polishing the wheel, and I'll show you that later on. Stay in this direction. On the face of the wheels are milled in a circle, so you want to wash in a circle, because the grain of the aluminum is going in a circle. So you don't want to sit here and rub up and down this way, or go to each spoke and rub the spokes like this. You don't want to do that. So we've got our bucket cleaned out. Put you some soap in there. It doesn't take much. Get your water hose. So now that we've got our water filled up, we're gonna go ahead and take our dirt trap and force it down into there. I always do the dirt trap last, so that I can get the most suds and foam out of my soap. Now we are ready to wash the wheel down with some water. And now we're gonna spray this down with some water. Just get most of the debris off of the surface. All that mud's coming off. Get all the mud out of the spoke. So you're pretty much just getting it rinsed off and getting most of the big stuff off of there. Then we can come in here, and just like I said, you want to go with the grain of the aluminum. So you want to get it soaked, and I always grab you a little handful and then just kind of squeeze it onto the wheel. Kind of slosh it. So get you some good soap on there, and you can use a foam cannon for this if if the wheels are on your truck and you have your pressure washer out. You can go ahead and use the foam cannon for this as well. So now just take this, and for the dish of the wheel, we're going to be going around in a circle, just around the whole barrel, and then same thing for the back. Dishes scrub down really, really good. Then you want to start on the face of the wheel, going around in a circle pattern. The center cap is chrome plated, so it doesn't really matter, but I always just go around in a circle on it right here, kind of rub the middle in a circle. Make sure you get everything. I always do this like with my hand, just like a spinning motion. So I shove my hand into each wheel and then spin it around, kind of like one of those little what's it called, a brush hero or whatever, like on TV that you see the commercial. So if you have one of those, you could probably use that in the windows of your wheel, and it would work awesome. So just keep on spinning around in each window of the wheel. And of course, if you've got excess buildup of brake dust, you want to use like an iron remover or some sort of heavy duty wheel cleaner. With this, I'm literally just using soap. On the back sides, I'll probably use the Diablo gel wheel cleaner. And that'll help break up some of the brake dust that's on the back sides, which these wheels are pretty much brand new, so there's not any brake dust really on them. It's cleaned. Go ahead and drop that in there. Spin the wheel around. Take your Diablo gel wheel cleaner or any wheel cleaner of choice. And of course, if your tires are really dirty, you want to use like an all-purpose, general purpose tire cleaner on your tire. So pretty much spray that down, and you can wait a little bit, let that soak in, start dissolving the brake dust or whatever. Let it do its thing. Go ahead and use your dirt trap. Just rub your wash mitt on the bottom of the bucket and get most of the dirt off of there. And then go to town on the back sides. There's that. After you've got everything washed, you just want to go ahead and rinse everything off. Rinse off your tires. And you can use a scrub brush on your tires. And it's actually, you can purchase it from Walmart. It's called Spray Power. Let me go get a bottle of it for you. So this is what I was talking about. It's called Spray Power. You can purchase it at Walmart by the gallon jug. And you pretty much just spray this on your tire. And if your tire has all kinds of buildup on it, you're gonna start seeing the brown just run down, and it's actually gonna degrease your wheel. It's just like a general all-purpose cleaner. I don't know if you can see right there on camera, but it's starting to turn like a little bit brown. So that's just gonna get your tire surface prepped and ready for tire shine. These tires were pretty clean already, so I just didn't bother. But you can take that Spray Power and a little scrub brush, and that works really, really good. So now that those are completely rinsed off, we're going to go ahead and roll them back into the garage, and we will start the drying and polishing stages and go over hand polishing and just keeping these wheels maintained and clean. Okay guys, so we've got these pulled inside, and here's the deal with drying. So if you have already done these steps and you've applied this hand polish, let's say last weekend whenever you went to the truck show, or 2 or 3 days ago, and now it's just rained and you're just washing them off, if you go ahead and polish these by hand and they're in good shape, so these are going to keep your wheels clean and protect that shine for a week or two through normal, street princess daily driving to work and back. So if that's the case and you're not going to be using this polish, and you've just already seen this video and you're not going to be doing this, this is just a little tip here. Don't use a microfiber to dry your wheels. Get you a blowgun on an air compressor, run it at 120 psi, somewhere around there, and literally after you get your wheels washed like this, take your blowgun attachment and just blow dry them, touch free, dry them, and you're not going to install swirls and scratches into the finish. But since we are going to be hand polishing them today, this has a mild grit to it, and it's going to polish and get rid of scratches and stuff. And defects and oxidation. It doesn't matter if we go through here and hand dry these with a microfiber, just simply because once we have the polish on there, we're going to be hitting them with the microfiber anyway. So if you are going to be polishing your wheels with a hand polish, especially with this hand polish, you can go ahead and use a microfiber to dry your wheels. But the reason that I say to do it touch-free is because whenever you dry your wheels with a microfiber, you're literally, micro-marring them, and you're rubbing off your old sealant, and then that's going to keep them dirty longer. And the sealant just won't last as long if you're constantly rubbing on it. Think of it like wet sanding with a million grit sandpaper, literally. So you just want to go ahead and wipe these down. And that was just a little tip. Get in the windows. It's always good too, right after you dry them, or really before you dry them, go ahead and get your blowgun attachment and blow out the insides of the lug nuts. I don't have my blowgun attachment out here in the garage yet, actually. So I'll just go ahead and take the microfiber and dry inside there. But it's a really, really good idea, especially if your lug nuts are on and you can't just shove your rag in here and dry them. Just go right through there and it'll blow all the excess water out, and then you get them completely dry. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the back sides and dry the back sides as well. So after you've got your wheels dry, let me turn the brightness on this light down. After you have your wheels dry, let's see, why will this not focus? After you have your wheels dry, you want to go ahead and take the Rebel Renegade Products Rebel Red Metal Polish. This is the Show Shine series. They also have a heavy cut series, which is just a little bit grittier. So you want to go ahead and shake this up. This is a new bottle. So shake it up, pull the cap off. There's gonna be a little red thing in here, the same color as the bottle. So sometimes it looks like it's not even in there, but it's in there. Come on now. Come on. Well, if we can get this out. There we go. All right. So now that you've got that open, I always smell stuff. I think this stuff smells pretty good. So you don't need like a million microfiber rags for each wheel. So what I do is I'm gonna make one rag do all 4 wheels, and not completely on all 4 wheels, but as far as applying the polish on all 4 wheels, if they're all clean, all the same finish, you can use one rag to apply the polish on all 4 wheels. And then you can use 1 to 3 rags to completely finish them, and I'll go over that here in a second. So anyway, this one rag is gonna polish, it's gonna apply the polish and rub it in on all 4 wheels, and that's all that's necessary. You don't have to use one brand new microfiber just to pour the polish on and turn it black within the first swipe on all 4 wheels. So this one rag will work on all 4 wheels. So you wanna go ahead and put a liberal amount, and then I go ahead and put a couple little drops in the dish right there as well. Let me go ahead and zoom this in. So we've got some on our rag, some on the wheel, and then you want to just go ahead and rub that in. And of course the amounts may differ. This is a 26 by 16 inch wheel, so the smaller the wheel, the less polish it will take. But honestly, you would think these bigger wheels would just be a pain in the ass polishing. But honestly, I think that the bigger the wheel, the easier it is, because you're just literally, like my whole hand is the size of this dish, so I'm literally just going back and forth. And of course on the truck, this is a little bit easier. You can do this right before you get to a show or anything really. So you want to go with the grain of the wheel, so just keep straight back and forward. So just stay straight with the grain of the wheel, rubbing this polish in, and then go around the outside as well on the lip of the wheel. And then that's going to pretty much complete the barrel. So now you want to take you a little bit more and put you some on there like that, and then fold it over, get that kind of soaked in. And I usually just make like one swipe right there just to get it rubbed in on the microfiber. And now you want to go in a circle on these, or if you have like a little spot of oxidation on this exact spoke, you would stay in those direct straight line patterns, because the wheel was cut in a circle like this, so the grain of the aluminum is going in a circle. So you wouldn't want to stay here and start polishing up and down on each spoke. You want to work side to side on each spoke and work in a circle applying the polish. So go ahead and rub the polish in, get it rubbed in really, really good. Make sure you stay in circular motions. All right, so now you've got this one black dirty rag, and this rag can be folded 3 or 4 times. Even the black surface, you can start out on a brand new wheel with this black finish and just simply pour you some more polish on here. No big deal whatsoever, and start on your next wheel. So you can set that to the side or set it on top of your tire if it's clean enough. You don't want to get no dirt in this, so then you can use it on all 4 wheels, but you want to let this sit here. If you're doing this outside in the hot sun, you don't have to let it sit there at all, hardly. You can let it sit there for like a minute if you want. It's not going to make a difference. Shining up them big billets, boy. All right, anyway, so set that right there. I always just set it on top of the polish because you don't need it. So that's going to haze over. And another little pro tip, if you just pull into the shade, you're about to go to a truck show or anything like that, you can literally go around all 4 wheels, apply all of the polish onto all 4 wheels, and then go back around the truck and buff all of the polish off. So that's normally what I do. So like, let's say I just now applied all the polish on this one, I'd just leave it, I'd go on to the next one, apply all the polish, go on to the next one, apply all the polish, go on to the next one. apply all the polish, and then I'd come back to this one and go ahead and start buffing it off like I'm about to show you. So same thing, just like applying it, just like washing it, you want to stay with the grain of the aluminum. So you want to go ahead and take you one brand new clean microfiber and just start working your living balls off, rubbing this. And of course, the worse condition that your wheels are in, the more you want to scrub in and polish the wheels. So with this dirty one, if your wheels were pretty bad oxidized, you wouldn't want to just apply the polish and then let it dry and then buff it off. You would kind of want to work the polish in and go around it 2 or 3 times. You know, the more you sit here and scrub on this, the cleaner they're going to be. But for video purposes, and these wheels are not that bad dirty, I just kind of applied the polish just to kind of show you. Now you just want to stay with the grain of the aluminum and scrub off all of this polish. And I just fold it into squares, just like that. So then I'm gonna stay on this dirty one, and I'm gonna make a complete pass and get all of it off that I can. And then each time, whenever I flip over to a clean side, the wheel is just gonna look better and better and better. So after you've got off that first coat, you wanna go ahead and flip over your rag and start with a new clean side, and just repeat the same steps. Each time you flip over to a new side, it's gonna look that much better. See, so just a little bit less black coming off. Okay guys, so we are finished up with that rag, and then you can even reuse this, I call it like the second stage, you know, wiping off the polish. There's still a full backside of cleanliness to go. So see, it pretty much started right here. This was your first stage, and then you flip it over, this was the second stage, and then the third stage we got a little bit more dirty. That's whenever I'd done the face of the wheels, and then I went over the complete wheel with this square, with this little quadrant right there. And then if you want to, this is completely optional, you can go ahead and flip it over to the back. You've got a brand new rag back here, and after you finish each wheel and you think that you've got it completely done, just go ahead and flip over your wheel and do one final wipe down, and that's gonna get all of that black polish out of the grain of the aluminum that you can't even really see with the naked eye. So we have a brand new clean microfiber. We've got these clean ass wheels. They look brand spanking new again, and they have been maintained. They've been coated with the sealant that is in here to protect them and to bead water and keep the elements from oxidizing them. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it down once more, and see, there's nothing came off that time around. Maybe a little bit, but that's pretty much done. So once you get it and your rag is not coming off with any black residue or anything on it, you're pretty much done, and then you're protected for a couple of weeks. So now we are super clean and shining again. And like I said, this is not a full-blown cut and color machine polish. So it's not gonna be like brand new out of the box, but this is more than show ready or little truck meets or anything like that. Just keeping them clean and maintaining your wheels throughout their life, in between shows, in between being daily driven, so on and so forth. And all of this was done using any soap pretty much, any wheel cleaner pretty much that's not acidic, and then just this Rebel red metal polish Show Shine. And you come out with some very shiny billet wheels, and that turned out freaking amazing. That is how you pretty much polish or clean up your forged billet wheels using just polish and microfibers. Very inexpensive. I think that polish, I know somebody's probably wondering, that polish was like $14 a bottle, I think, and I'm pretty sure white diamond polish from Walmart is like 11 or 12, so it's like $3 or $4 more than white diamond, and that has the sealant in it that's going to protect your wheels and bead water. Actually, before we sign off and show the video, let me go ahead and bring the water hose in here, and I'll kind of show you how that sealant beads water. So that'll be pretty cool. Hold on one second. So one second, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the water hose on and show you how that sealant kind of beads water. So I've got my water hose, and then that's gonna bead water pretty good. All the water is pretty much, let me zoom in and do that again, even though you probably already seen it. So that's literally, it's almost like a ceramic coating in a way. So that's gonna sheet your water off very, very good. And that is one of my favorite things about the Rebel Renegade Show Shine polish, is it has that sealant in there and it really finishes it off and keeps that polish locked in and holds it in there longer. As you can see, those beads sitting right there on the wheel. You know, so let's say you polish your wheels tonight, you got a show tomorrow, and pollen is really bad. You could literally just wash your wheels off, blow dry them with a blowgun, and not even hit them with the hand polish again, and the finish would still be that good. So hope that this video helped any of y'all out there that have the forged or billet wheels, polished wheels of any brand really, American Force, Fuel Forged, any of that. This will help you maintain and keep them polished between shows and such, or just daily driving, cleaning them up. Or if you don't have the extra money to pay somebody to machine polish them and get them back to brand new, or even if you have spent the money, you know, $300, $400, $500 having them sanded and cut and colored and machine polished, this will help you keep that shine longer. You know, so you do this once a week, I mean, your wheels are never really going to need cut and colored ever again. I mean, this is going to keep them polished if you're not driving through rocks and mud and everything constantly. So this is going to keep them looking like that and keep them looking brand new again. So anyway, guys, stay tuned. Click that subscribe button down below. Always remember, as I say at the end of every single video that I post, everybody starts out as a nobody. No matter what you're going through in life, just keep your head up and stay trucking and stay shining and stay cleaning your wheels, cleaning your truck. Just stay always doing stuff to your truck. I feel like it really, really helps people in life just to have something to work towards, something to work at, something to work on. Just really keep your mind off of things and everything going on in the world right now. Just hope everybody's doing awesome, and I really, really appreciate each and every one of you all. We are almost to 2,500 subscribers, and it does not seem real saying that. But like I said, everybody starts out as a nobody, and we're just working towards it, brother. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.